The views and opinions expressed on this program are not necessarily those of this station, JVC Broadcasting Management, or its sponsors.
This is Denise Nostrom, CEO and founder of Diversified Financial Solutions. Now more than ever, investment advice is needed. Not just where best to invest your money, but why. Are you investing for your future retirement? Are you retired and looking to maximize your income? Are you maximizing your income and concerned with leaving money for your loved ones? Are you investing for your retirement at the same time saving for your children's education and at the same time saving to buy another home? Are the markets in line with your goals? Are your goals ever changing? Please contact me at 631-758-8691. That's 631-758-8691, or visit us at diversifiedfinancial.biz. For over 25 years, I have been helping individuals, families, and business owners navigate through all market conditions with only one goal in mind, my clients. Visit me at diversifiedfinancial.biz or call Denise Nostrom, founder of Diversified Financial Solutions, at 631-758-8691. That's 631-758-8691 for a conversation about my most important client, you. Well, happy Halloween. Today is the day. It's very interesting being on a Friday. I remember when we were younger, like we would just pray and hope for a Friday because no school the next day. I guess Saturdays and Sundays are good too, but Friday's not too bad. But I hope you're all doing well today. We did make it to Friday. These weeks have just been crazy. Getting crazier as we go. But speaking of Halloween, it's a little chilly for the little kiddies going trick-or-treating tonight. The wind is like out of control. It's like I was leaving my office and there was like a garbage pail like across the lane there, and it was just crazy. I remember years ago, like we don't really get like wind like this, not crazy anyway, but I remember years ago I was in Las Vegas, probably one of the first couple of times that I was there, and I was walking down the strip and I almost got hit by a garbage pail. It was like flying down the road because of the wind. So, but keep those little ones safe, and please make sure you check their candy hauls. Just it's a crazy world. So I think most people are good people, but you got the few crazies. So thank you for tuning in to the Financial Chick Show today. I'm your host, Denise Nostrom, the CEO and owner of Diversified Financial Solutions. Your Financial Chick is here to help you make better financial decisions and choices to improve your life and reduce your anxiety and stress about money. If you want to learn more about me and my firm, check out the website at financialchickshow.com. We're also on Facebook at Diversified Financial Solutions, so like our pages to get updates and see what is happening. So, wow. What about last week? The show last week. If you missed it, it was such a fun show with some pretty awesome guests. We had a special hour-long Financial Chick Show to celebrate being on the air for 5 years. So actually it was August, but the way the life goes, like it's August, then it's December. Like, we made it happen in October, so I guess that's pretty good. But I was thrilled to have my awesome assistant, Mike Scudero, and the super funny and overall great guy, Kevin Downey Jr., with me in the studio for the beginning of the show. We started the show with our tribute to our friend and fearless leader who succumbed to cancer in 2022. David had a special place in all of our hearts, and we wanted to just, talk about him and talk about some of the memories of really how we all got to meet, and really how I would not have this amazing opportunity to celebrate 5 years with a radio show without him. So we will be donating my office and some people that had donated the last week money to Memorial Sloan Kettering in memory of David the Great, David Levenstein. There'll never be another. So I also, you better make sure to listen to Kevin Downey Jr. show every Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. You have to check him out. You're guaranteed to laugh. You start your day off with some laughter, and you'll definitely learn a little something as well. I also want to thank Kevin so much for the gifts from Spy Trail Distillery. He bought me all their products. I got to try the straight bourbon whiskey, the honey bourbon whiskey, black tea bourbon whiskey, and their vodka. So, I mean, how can you hate all of that? So they're delicious. I tasted them all. And, if anybody's interested, they are located right here in Ronkonkoma, not too far from the airport where we are live today. It's on Comac Street, so you can check them out and see what they have. So I also want to just do a brief, I did this last week, but I just want to thank everybody that made makes my show possible and got me to this place. I want to thank President and CEO of JVC Broadcasting, John Cracciola. I want to thank my adorable account executive, Donna DiBiase. Love her. And then Joe Edelman, the operations manager and assistant program director, for always keeping me on track for my show each week and just being a cute, adorable, funny person. Mike, who sends me my show each week to put on my website. And for all of you too, if you miss it live, you can certainly check it out on my website at financialchickshow.com. And of course, my engineer who's with me every Friday, Zach, or Z Baby. I know, but now that we don't use that for this show, but if you know, you know. That's all we'll say about that. He makes my show sound good and be on point every single week. And so I also want to thank Anthony from Windows on the Lake for all the delicious food and beverages that all the guests got to enjoy. So that was wonderful as well. It was just a great evening and just a nice way to celebrate 5 years. And I still can't believe it's been 5 years. I feel like I just started this, but here we are and we can't stop progress, right? So let's get into some stuff here. Let's talk about some things. So, well, the first thing that I'm sure you haven't missed, but the markets have been on fire. Today is the last day of October, which I can't believe that either. So tomorrow, yes, is November 1st. And this weekend is daylight savings time. So we're going to lose that fabulous hour. Oh my God, Zach, my engineer I got the thumbs down and a face of disgust, basically. And I'm with you, Zach. I totally agree with you 10,000%. So we look at it now and it's pretty dark, but next week I'm sorry.
It's going to be pitch black when we leave.
Right now. Am I like Debbie Downer on Halloween? Maybe that's my costume. Well, I have a shirt on that says "Witch, please." We're all good. You don't have to like dump anything. It's witch. W-I. Okay, I'm good. It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, so that's what's going to happen this weekend. And I guess just don't forget because you'll be late for church or whatever you do on the weekend. But I'm not saying it's good news. I'm just saying it's news that it is what it is. But anyway, so the last day, the markets have been on fire. The Dow Jones and the S&P grew around 2% in the month of October. So let's put that into perspective. So I've been meeting with some clients this past couple of weeks. And, although rates have been coming down, people are still sitting with a whole lot of money in cash at their bank, getting 0.1. I mean, maybe if you're one of the lucky ones, 0.5, which of course is 0.5%. So we need money at the bank. That's important. We need the money to get money from the ATM machine or to write checks for bills or just to even do our online bill paying. You have to have that money there to pay, the rent, the phone, the mortgage, car insurance, car loan, whatever you have. But you shouldn't have everything at the bank. Right. So you try to strive to get like a high yield savings account or a money market or something along that lines where a lot of them are in the percentages of 3 to 4%, somewhere in between that, depending on the company that you're looking at. So to bring that back in perspective, so the S&P and the Dow were up 2% for the month of October. So now, if we have a money market getting, let's just say 3%, call it even 3%, the stock market did 2% in 1 month. It takes you 12 months to get that full 3%. So not intimating that you should take all your cash and run and throw it into the market. Do not misread what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is if you don't have money in the market, you should have some money in the market. It's really, really important. So that was the S&P and Dow, and the NASDAQ climbed nearly 5%. Now, when you look at that number, the average, if you get anywhere between like 5 and 7% in the stock market, you kiss the ground and you say, thank you, Lord, for, having me have a positive return. Now, we've been raging. So obviously the percentages have been so much higher lately, but that is not typical. But we take it while it's hot and it's very, very good. And we want to make sure that we're doing the right thing, and I've talked to people are not investing because they don't like the current president or they're not investing for whatever reason. Listen, take all the emotion out of it. I've been doing this. Next year will be 30 years. I've seen a lot of different presidents. I've seen a lot of different market cycles. I've seen a lot of government shutdowns, all of these things have happened, and yet the market has continued to do what? Excuse me. To do what? Has gone up. See, this is why I don't like fall. Well, fall's okay, but we know it's coming next, and it's cold out there. So then you start getting sick, and then your throat gets messed up. But anyway, so I apologize. I don't like to do that on the air. But anyway, but the market, the trajectory is over time. We have pockets of down markets, but the trajectory is that the market has gone up over time. And we've had a lot of different things that have gone on. The tech boom and bust in the early 2000s. We've had the war. We've had wars. We've had 9/11. All of these different things. So you just have to take a step back, really get back to the basics. I mean, we get so embroiled in our life these days, and everything's got to be better. I had a guy call me, "Oh, you can do this, you could do that with gold and buy it for $1 a month." And listen, keep it super simple. A, find out what your goals are. B, sit with a good person like myself to help you take those goals and make them a reality with various products and services. That's really the bottom line. There's all these, flash in the pan things, but the slow and steady, it's like, the tortoise, right? The tortoise and the hare. The tortoise gets there the same way, and maybe a little bit less unscathed than the rabbit. So just don't follow the shiny penny, coin, whatever, but keep it real. So anyway, we're at the commercial break already, but you're listening to the Financial Chick Show. We're going to the break, but stay tuned for more. Welcome back. This is Denise Nostrom, the Financial Chick. My company's in Medford, and you can reach me at 631-758-8691 or visit my website at financialchickshow.com. I'm here to help you on your financial journey. Over the years, things change, and I'm here to help you navigate all those changes. So today on Halloween, I hope you're all doing well and staying safe. And I don't know, I think this has been one of the colder. I mean, the temperature's not cold, but the feel temperature with the wind is just under 40 degrees, which is kind of crazy. So I don't know, I think it's been a while since we've had a chilly Halloween, but it definitely is one. And I remember myself, I'm not a big Halloween fan. I like it. I don't love it. But I did remember, I guess I kind of knew that I wanted to do something where I could kind of bet upon myself, that type of thing. My mother would always laugh because I would go out trick-or-treating. I would get a bag full of candy, and then I would do a dump off, and then I would go back out and get more. I don't even know who the heck was going to eat all that candy, but I felt like I really needed to really maximize or whatever. So just kind of interesting, which of course, I don't know. I mean, I've been very lucky. I think I talked about 2 weeks ago. I probably mentioned that I had to get a crown. And so I had the temporary, and then this morning I had to get the permanent crown put in. I'm not going to say it was from the candy, but I don't know. Maybe no. I really didn't eat that much candy. I just like to get them and show that I got all this candy. But yeah. So it's very interesting that I don't know. Like some people love Halloween and some people just don't. But now watch what's going to happen. Now there's Halloween, right? And tomorrow it's going to be like there's going to be Christmas all over the place. Actually, not too far from my house, there's a house that they've already, the lights are up, everything's ready for Christmas. So I guess it is going to be here pretty quickly. But oh my gosh, I don't think I'm ready. This whole year is really flown by. But anyway, so back to the markets and what's going on and planning and all of that kind of stuff. Well, there's a lot of good things that are happening. So right now we're in earnings season. So when the quarter ends, which it just ended September 30th. So we're just about a month into the quarter, which again, that went really quick because it was just September 30th also. But U.S. companies are, they're beating the estimates pretty much across the board. And we're saying that this has been, the firms are beating us by the most in over 4 years. So we haven't seen the good numbers with these companies in about 4 years. So that's really good news. And, and again, it's good news, bad news. It's the market's doing really, really well. I think I might have mentioned this a couple weeks ago, and that's great. And I think we still have a lot of legs, a lot of room to run. There's a lot of good things that are happening, trade deals, and there's just a lot of really good things. But at some point, what goes up must come down. So, one of the things that has come down is gold. And, as far as a company called barchart.com, they said gold is the most overbought it's ever been in its history. So that's kind of, if you were listening before, and again, gold happens to be shiny, but don't follow the shiny things. I'm not saying don't have that as part of your portfolio. My company's Diversified Financial Solutions. I'm like the biggest. I love diversification. I think it's important because, if you have your hands in everything, you kind of smooth out the volatility, which is important. But it's the most overbought in history. We've never seen that. So, the media and TikTok and Facebook moves, and news, I guess, too. Traditional news on TV moves the markets and makes these trends. So you just have to really, really be careful. And then one little quote, they said, too many people miss the silver lining because they're expecting gold. So just a little funny fact on a Friday. But, and then speaking of gold, I don't know if you heard about this, according to Associated Press News, an 18-karat gold toilet was stolen in less than 5 minutes from Blenheim Palace, the mansion where Winston Churchill was born. The toilet was insured for $6 million, was titled, in quotes, America, and satirizes excessive wealth. So that's really kind of easy. This actually happened back in February, but on the gold theme, that is. But it's really kind of crazy. And then talking about just overall sanity and whatnot, there was something that I read just recently, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it at this moment, but they're saying that in 2024, 39% of adults worldwide reported experiencing a lot of worry the previous day, while 37% reporting stress, 32% physical pain, 26% sadness, and 22% anger. While most experience of negative emotions are receding from their pandemic era highs, all are still higher than they were a decade ago. So I read something, I'm not going to do it total justice, but it was like 2019 was really the last year that seemed semi-normal. I mean, we don't know what the heck normal is, but normal. It just seems like since then, everything really has been out of whack. And it really does kind of feel like that. And, we just have to really take care of ourselves at this point and not get stressed about things. I know that's so easy to say. It's easier to say than do. But, I feel the biggest thing is, and I know just meeting with my clients and talking to my clients, that we have this alliance together. And I was just, and to kind of go back to last week, I want to thank all the clients that showed up last week. Many of them came on the air, which was wonderful. I want to thank them so much. And some of them just came here to support me. And I thought that was just absolutely amazing. And I just love what I do, and I love my clients. And, the thing that I find with them is that, one of your biggest stresses is money. I mean, that's the biggest thing. Am I going to run out of money? Have I saved enough for retirement? My kids are going to college. I don't know what to do. I need to do something. And, my clients, I just had a meeting this week and had a woman that she changed jobs, and she keeps saying, I've started retirement late. I really want to make sure I do everything right. And so we're sitting down. She fortunately, her new job she's making more income, and now the plan that we set maybe a year or so ago was a little bit different. So now she's got a different situation. We're going to take the plan that she has. We're going to roll that over, and I'm going to manage that for her to have that grow and build it for her. And, she's going to start putting more monies away because she has that opportunity to do that. We're working on some debt. So it's the whole person. So when people come in, they are a little uptight and tense, like their shoulders are up, but when they leave the office, they go down, because sometimes it's just getting it out. A lot of us don't have springboards. Maybe we have people we talk to, but not necessarily going to talk to them about our finances. And honestly, when people talk to people about their finances, they usually don't say the real stories. I tell that to my clients all the time. But here's something I came across. This quote says, "You are the greatest project you'll ever work on. Restart, reset, refocus. As many times as you need, just never give up." that's one of the things too. You're going to get that new job, or something's going to come in, or I had a woman that just had an inheritance, very unexpected, but it changed her life. So you are the power to shape your own destiny. This requires dedication, effort, and willingness to start again when necessary. Value yourself. Don't waste time on trivial matters, which we all do. Focus on being the best version of yourself. Keep moving forward. And that's what I help my clients to do. So, I don't give marriage advice, although people ask me. Political advice. I had actually someone call me today. She always values what I have to say, and she wanted to know about the races that were going on. So, yes, I do a little bit more. We can talk about those different things. But the main, of course, objective is the financial and just having someone. I like myself too, I like to have, my accountant there so I can just call when things come up. I don't want to have to, do I know about taxes? Can I review taxes and know what's going on? Absolutely. But I can't keep up with all of the different tax laws, just like they can't keep up with all the financial stuff that we do. So everybody's got their lane, and having a good team around you is really, really the most important thing, and, that's really what I have to impart on that day. So nothing scary, actually not scary stuff. So if you do the right thing, it doesn't have to be scary. And that's the most important part of it. And I don't want to leave on a bad note, but I had one client that I just found out that passed yesterday. She's been suffering with cancer for a bit of time. So I want to give my heartfelt tribute to her. I loved her so much. I've been working with her probably close to 30 years. She's been battling cancer for quite some time, and the cancer got to her. So Elaine D, I love you. I miss you, and I just hope you rest in peace. So. But anyway, bringing it back up, I just want to wish all of you a great weekend. Please be safe. Don't forget to turn back your clocks. Whether we like it or not, we still have to do it. And remember to do better and be better. And may the market be with you. Have a great weekend.
Advisory services offered through Blackridge Asset Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Securities are offered through Peak Brokerage Services, LLC, member FINRA, SIPC. Blackridge Asset Management and Diversified Financial Solutions are separate and independent entities from Peak Brokerage Services.
The views and opinions expressed on this program are not necessarily those of this station, JVC Broadcasting Management, or its sponsors.